Imagine walking outside at night, and instead of a dark sky or a few scattered stars, you see giant glowing rings stretching across the heavens. Massive bands of ice and rock, brighter than the moon, curving from horizon to horizon. What if Earth had rings like Saturn? Today on Cosmic Frontier, we explore how Earth would change, from our climate to our oceans to our cities and even human civilization itself, if enormous rings circled our world. Let's begin. 1. What Earth's rings would look like. If Earth had Saturn-like rings, the sky would be transformed. Depending on where you live, near the equator, the rings would rise straight up like a vertical wall of light. From mid-latitudes, they would arc across the sky like a cosmic rainbow. Near the poles, the rings would appear thin, like a glowing line on the horizon. Made of billions of icy particles, they would reflect sunlight so brightly that nighttime would never be fully dark again. Cities would have permanent ring light glowing overhead. It would be one of the most beautiful sights in the solar system. 2. Permanent light, eternal twilight on Earth. The rings would reflect sunlight onto the night side of Earth. This means nights would be brighter, shadows, softer stars, harder to see. Wildlife rhythms completely changed. Animals that rely on darkness, owls, bats, nocturnal hunters, would struggle. But humans, we might feel safer in a world with fewer dark nights. Civilization could develop faster with more usable hours of light. 3. Massive shadows across Earth. Here's where things get strange. The rings would cast colossal shadows onto Earth. These shadows would move across the planet as Earth orbits the Sun. The result? Some regions would experience cooler temperatures, while others get stronger sunlight from ring reflection. This would create new climate zones, unusual weather patterns, shifting desert and rainforest regions. Entire ecosystems would evolve differently. 4. The rings would shape human civilization. Human history would be completely different. Ancient cultures would worship the rings like gods. Every religion would include them. Myths and legends would revolve around the glowing bands above. Navigation would improve dramatically. The rings would act like a cosmic compass. Explorers could find directions simply by looking at the sky. Civilizations near the equator would have the most dramatic views, and cities built under the rising arch of the rings would become sacred sites. Imagine ancient temples perfectly aligned with the ring bands. Imagine festivals during ring eclipses. Human culture would be transformed. 5. Satellites and space travel would be a nightmare. The rings would create a deadly hazard for space travel. Billions of ice and rock particles race around Earth at thousands of miles per hour. Any spacecraft passing through them would be shredded instantly. Satellites couldn't safely orbit in many regions. GPS systems might have to be entirely redesigned. The International Space Station, it would need to orbit well above or below the ring plane, or not exist at all. Earth's space age would be delayed by decades. 6. Tides and oceans would change forever. The rings would alter Earth's gravitational balance. They would cause stronger tides, unusual wave patterns, long-term shifts in ocean currents. This means different coastlines, weather systems, potential flooding in some areas, droughts in others. Earth's climate would be more dramatic, but still habitable. 7. The rings would slowly disappear. Over millions of years, Earth's rings wouldn't last. They would slowly fall toward Earth due to gravity and atmospheric drag. Eventually, ring material would burn up. As meteors, some fragments might hit the surface. The rings would thin and fade. Just like Saturn's rings now disappearing, Earth's rings would only be temporary, a spectacular but fragile gift from the cosmos. A more beautiful Earth. If Earth had rings like Saturn, nights would glow, cities would shine, civilizations would rise under a shimmering arc of light. Our world would be more beautiful, more dramatic, and forever changed. This is the power of imagination. This is the wonder of the universe. Thanks for watching Cosmic Frontier. Subscribe for more incredible journeys beyond our world.